I'll probably end up making another video because like I said, I just came from clients. I was just like doing stuff with the AC guy. This is totally not how I envisioned coming back to the channel for a video to talk to you guys. Hey guys, it's Jasmine. It's been a long time, so I'll have an update video coming up at some point, but I'm just gonna get right into the subject of this video, which is the litter robot, specifically the litter robot 4. I have had it for over 2 years now. I actually have 2 of them. So I'm gonna give you guys a really overdue review on how it's gone, what I like about it, what maybe it can use some improvement with. And just as a little reminder, if you're new here, it's now up to 5, I guess we can safely say 5 cats, but it's really 8. It's a total of 8 cats between Pepper, Penny, and Paprika. And then, of course, the OG puppy and his brother from another mother, Alfred. Then there's Betty, who has been squatting here, I like to say, with her son Ronan for like 3 or 4 years. And then there's Grandpa. Grandpa is the most recent addition who found his way in, and honestly, he might be the best cat that there is. The 180 that happened with him is insane. He was swatty. If you didn't see past videos, you can always scroll back on the channel and you'll see Grandpa and just click on his videos. But we got him TNR'd, so trapped, neutered, and well, it was supposed to be released, but then he ended up hanging out for a bit. He was so scraggly and gross and really struggling, and he was living under a shed in the neighborhood. And long story short, he was living on the catio for a hot minute, which was like a couple of months, still swiping, still hissing, and ultimately he was just really scared. I believe he was dumped, possibly, so he was just surviving for himself, and he was reacting from a place of fear because something switched one day, and he is truly the sweetest, most cuddly, most polite cat, most demure. Like he all the other cats, if I'm working on my keyboard, he will just step over it, whilst the rest of them just like all over it. He will so politely step over it and then look back like, I'm sorry, is this okay? He is the sweetest cat. Anyway, I said I would get into this stuff somewhere else. The litter robot. So if you weren't aware, the litter robot it's an electronic litter box for cats. They have 4 models, I believe. Maybe they have 5 now. I'll look it up. I will put anything in the description in the comment below. I have the litter robot 4. It's something that is an investment. It's like $700. And if you're frugal, if you like a tight budget like I do, then in your head you'll say, that's unnecessary. Like, I didn't mind cleaning the litters. It was a part of my routine. I'm good at having my morning and night routines, especially when it was 4 cats, which is what it was. If you guys know the litter box rule, you should have 1 litter box per cat plus 1. But if you live in a certain size space, that's very difficult because you don't want your whole house to be just littered with litter boxes. I guess no other way to put it. However, the litter robot claims and says that 1 litter robot is good for a house of 4 cats, 1 of them. And also keep in mind that when you feed your cats a raw cat food diet, which is like the primary thing I talk about and do here, is raw cat food, showing you guys recipes, how to cook it, or you don't cook it, how to prepare it, and all the information behind feline nutrition. You can check out catladyfitness.com/my-diet, or check out our cat stuff playlist here, which, side note, I'm gonna have a video update on how I've been doing that for the past like year or 2 coming up. But anyway, when they're on a raw cat food diet, they pee a lot, as they should, because they get a lot of the moisture and hydration from the food, but they don't poop as much, and it's not as stinky. So they have pretty typical poops like once a day, and they should be kind of small and on the harder, drier side. Not always, you know, every cat's different, but they're not as putrid and plentiful, we shall say, as like people who feed their cats anything else. So keeping that in mind, I still couldn't imagine only having one for 4 cats at all. In the very least, I would get 1 litter robot and 1 just like normal litter box, which I have one I really like. I've suggested it to you guys. It's a big size. So I would say if you have 4 cats, I would not have any less than 2 litter robots, and then I have 1 litter box in the catio. The thing about the litter robot, and I even got like kind of a knockoff version before the litter robot, it's called Amy Cat, and I can make a video comparing them. That one was around $400. Honestly, you guys, there is no comparison. I really dislike how much I love the litter robots with an S. I have 2, but how much I love the litter robot for a number of reasons. One, it saves so much time. I mean, even in, the 10 to 20 minutes morning and night, so I guess like 40 minutes more or less that it takes to clean the litter box, it saves that 40 minutes. And that can make a huge difference, especially if you have cats, you kind of can't predict some days what you might have to clean up. So you could just be cleaning the litter box for 10 or 15 minutes, or you could see a hairball or 2 that somebody cleans up. We have had a spray issue in Ronan, who is new. Excuse the garbage truck, by the way. A spray issue with Ronan, who is fixed. All of our cats are fixed, neutered, spayed, as they should be. I haven't seen much about that. I think it only affects 1 to 2% of cats, but that's a side subject. If you want me to make a video or even a series about that, just let me know in the comments. So yeah, sometimes with cats and with pets, and especially if it's important to you to live in a clean, tidy home like me, and you want to do the best you can in order to keep it that way, it's not so simple as like feeding them and cleaning the litter box. Sometimes you got to clean up hairballs. Sometimes you got to clean up regurgitated food if they ate too quickly. Sometimes, in this case, spray. That is the biggest stressor. So having the litter robot really, really has helped so much. One of them, I did get it for free. I will say they did send it to me because of the channel and what we do, and I didn't even know if I wanted it. I don't know. I wouldn't have paid for it. Let me be honest. I would not have paid $700 like on a whim. Like with the routine I had, I felt like it was solid. However, honestly, it's worth it. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. It's worth it in the same time. And also the features that it has. So it comes with an app. You sign into the app and you can give each cat a profile, and it will tell you their weight. It will tell you what cat went in there when with their weight. You have to make sure you set it up properly. Setting it up, so easy. You just plug it in. And so then you just download the app, set up the app. You can set it to sleep so it doesn't run, even though it is so quiet. I guess they have that in case you want it to not cycle while you're in bed, because the litter moving makes a little bit of noise, but it's so quiet. It doesn't make a difference. There's a little night light in it you can set up. You can set up how long you want it to wait before it cycles. For example, if you want it to cycle 3 minutes after the cat jumps out versus 12 minutes after. What I've found is in the routine that the cats go, because they do kind of have a schedule for it when they use the litter box, I've noticed, is they kind of like to go one in after the other. So I like to choose the option where it waits, I think it's 7 minutes. What happens, and what's happened actually a couple of times, when I had it set to a shorter time, one cat would go in and do his business, and like the other one would kind of be waiting, kind of like a little cat line, wait for the cat to jump out so he could go in, and then he kind of moseyed in. I had it set to 3 minutes, I think, and it was too quick because once it's going, the other cat won't go in. So that's pretty much it. I really don't have any cons to say about it, except maybe it could be a little bit bigger, And there's been 1 or 2 times where you have to make sure that you clean the sensors, because I feel like it didn't gauge the weight correctly, and I would get errors more often, but all I had to do was reset it. And this happened a couple times. I had to reset it and it was fine. I'm so grateful for it. And then I got to, because it's amazing. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do, if it's in your budget. I think they do have payment plans, but I'm also big on, like, if you can't afford something at the time, just hold off. If you feel like that extra time saved in cleaning it will help you, then absolutely, it's worth it. Oh, and also a side note is I like to use garbage bags versus like the litter bags, which are wider with a wider opening. So I like to use garbage bags, just typical tall, I don't know if it's 5-gallon garbage bags, because they wrap around the edges better. And also when you take it out and pull it, it's easier. You just pull it and tie it and take it away. And as for how often I have to clean them out with 4 cats and 2 litter robots, it's every 3 or 4 days. And that's considering they don't really use the one outside anymore. I kind of shut them from the catio. And then I just remembered the sensor thing. So I don't know if it's because I have it on a litter mat, because when you set it up, you can set up in the app if it's on hard flooring or if it's on carpet. I have it on a litter mat, and I've been meaning to email them and ask what that qualifies as, because I feel like it will tell me it's full, and you get notifications on the app. Oh, it's wonderful. You can get notifications when it's almost full. It'll tell you like, oh, it's 80% full. You're gonna have to change it soon, or you can change it right then. If you're going out of town or something and you don't want whoever is watching your cats to have to worry about changing it, and you see it's 70-80% full, just change it then, and then it'll be good for the weekend or whatever. But I did notice that it was saying it was full when it wasn't even close to it, specifically in the one I have on the kind of, I don't know, textured litter mat. That's really the only technical complaint. But yeah, it cycles. It's so quiet. You can have it, I would say you can have it in your bedroom, in an office. So quiet, so quickly, so smoothly. And I do have the comparison to that Bobo brand, like the, kind of the dupe, that one took 7 to 9 minutes just to cycle. It took forever. So if you have multiple cats, something like that is too long, for the reasons I was saying before, is because sometimes they like to go in one right after the other. That one also didn't have a workable app, and it just wasn't comparable. It wasn't comparable. And like I said, it was $400. Litter Robot 4 is $700 and worth that extra $3. Honestly, don't even bother with a Boba brand, like a dupe knockoff brand. It's just, I'm happy to test and try others, but it's just, from what I found, not worth it. And I keep looking over here because that's where it is. Like you're looking at an endearing child. If I could say anything, I just wish it was bigger for my bigger boys, because there has been, again, once or twice where I love that it has a lip option where you can pop it on. So, because I have one, Ronin, who like treats it like a sandbox. He gets it over it sometimes, but it does prevent so much litter from coming out when he gets excited in that way. And there has been, like I was just starting to say, once or twice where the bigger boys, specifically Alfred or Puppy, got in there and squat to pee or poop, specifically poop, and did just over the ledge on the outside. That happened once, maybe twice in the past 2 years. And like I said, I've had the issue with the weight sensor. Besides that, let me think of anything else I'm missing out on. Oh, customer service is wonderful. The times that I have reached out to them, they just came out, I don't have this yet, but they just came out with something that pours the litter in for you. So it's a back section that you can attach to the Litter Robot 4. So mine is capable to attach it. I actually have to reach out to them because that would be great. Because right now you have to manually, obviously, put more litter in when it's running out. And it also tells you when the litter is low. You get a notification through the app on your phone, like the litter is low, please add more litter. I feel like I'm saving litter using this thing as well, because you only put in as much as you need. The material that the sides that it's made out of makes it clean out so easily when it does dump into the bin. It's well worth it. And they did give me a coupon code and a link that I could share with you guys. So I'm gonna do that. I will put it in the description and in the pinned comment below. And I am still gonna have another video coming out about this, probably sharing some things I forgot regarding the litter robot, and just more videos in general that are much better prepared than this one. But I wanted to take this opportunity to just get one out because it has been a hot minute. It's been a while, and I hope you guys have been catching my shorts because I have been putting out a lot of shorts with workouts and kitty updates, and I do have a TikTok now. If you want to check out the litter robot, they do have a warranty too. I couldn't recommend it more, especially if you have multiple cats, especially if you have a busy life, and even if you feel like you're good at managing it and having your routine. I just test it out. I strongly suggest it. Make sure you stick around. Turn on the notifications because I am going to be sharing how I've been making the cat food recently, even as in like the past year or two. I still use our calculator. We have a free recipe calculator and portion size calculator on catladyfitness.com. And you guys are awesome. I get emails and stuff all the time and messages all the time about how you guys all still use it. And that recipe is still great. It's still perfect. It's still wonderful. But we just modify a few things now to just make it, you know, it's more convenient with what we have accessible and with so many cats. But the general recipe is the same, so no worries. It's not like that recipe isn't good anymore. I still use that calculator. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for still being here if you are a subscriber and have been for a while. And feel free to also let me know in the comments below what you want to see more of this year, and whether it's the cat stuff, the raw cat food, the EFT and tapping videos, the DIY, like my video on how to replace a door handle has been super helpful for people, and I love doing stuff like that. Even cooking and recipes or workouts, just say hi, just give me your insight, share below. And I want to get back into it with you guys this year because I really miss it, and I really miss helping and doing this and sharing all the things. Litter Robot 4, I give it 2 thumbs up if you can afford it. If you can't, there is a really generous and awesome discount code for it. I think it's at least $50 off below, and they have a great warranty, so it's worth checking out. It's nice to be back, and I'll see you in a more prepared state in the next video. Bye, guys.